Hello everyone, welcome back to another recipe video. My name is Lev, and if you're new to this channel, my name is Lev. I said that twice. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, welcome. We're gonna have lots of fun together. If you're not, welcome back, and I'm happy to have you back. Today we are making pumpkin bread, not banana bread. I've said that so many times that I had to do so many takes because I kept on saying banana bread, banana bread, banana bread. We are making pumpkin muffin with our own homemade pumpkin puree, which a recipe will not be coming this year, guys. I'm afraid so. I was not be able to get a recipe to you, but I did make some out of a white pumpkin, and as you can see, I have it here. And I'll explain how we're gonna get the color later on. So we're gonna begin. All the ingredients are in the description box below, so make sure you have them all, prep them, and then we can begin. So in a large bowl, I already have my plain flour, and into there, I'm gonna add my baking powder, bicarbonate of soda, and salt, going straight in. And now it's time for the spices. So you have a choice here, but the two essentials that you need to use, if you don't, I'm disappointed. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and then I'm also gonna add a quarter of a teaspoon of allspice, going straight in. And then the other essential, allspice isn't an essential, I just decided to add it. These other essential is whole nutmeg, and we're gonna just freshly grate it. If you watched my pumpkin muffins the other week, you would know that I also used freshly grated nutmeg instead of, just the other stuff, like ground nutmeg, like this, but nutmeg. So yeah, I definitely recommend using whole nutmeg and then just grating it yourself. You don't need much, maybe like a quarter of a teaspoon or so. And then you're gonna grab a whisk and whisk it all together. And then when you're done with those, just set them aside and grab yourself a medium bowl. And into here, we'll be adding our pumpkin. I have, I'm pretty sure, 300 grams of this pumpkin. And I was using a white pumpkin, so the color of my pumpkin is yellow, which is okay, but you still want that kind of orangey signature color. And I want it in here too. So I'm going to show you how to do that later with some orange food coloring if you're in the same situation as me. Otherwise, you have the orange pumpkin, use that. Into here, I will add my vegetable oil. You can also use sunflower oil. And 2 large free-range eggs, just pop them straight in. We're also going to add half a teaspoon. Or no, actually, sorry, full teaspoon. I forgot that I don't have a full teaspoon. Of vanilla, good quality vanilla bean paste. And now we're gonna add our food coloring. So I have my orange food coloring. I'm gonna add about half a teaspoon to start. You don't want to add much because it can change your consistency quite a bit. Especially if you're using like this kind of food coloring. I'm gonna give it a bit of a whisk. I'm gonna whisk that together. Once your food coloring manages to get out of that teaspoon, you can start whisking. And then I'm going to see if I need any more food coloring. So I'm about halfway through whisking now, and I'm going to add my sugar at this point. You could also do it at the beginning, but I forgot. And I'm going to add a bit more food coloring. Hopefully that's enough. I'm just gonna go for a bit of a light orangey, autumny color. Now I will set the wet ingredients just to the side, and we're gonna go grab back our dry ingredients, and then we're just gonna pour the wet into the dry, like so. And now we're gonna mix with a spatula. Just until combined. Now, when I say mix to just combine, I mean it quite literally. The worst thing that can happen here is either adding too much flour and it will seem very like a dry bread. So don't do that. And also do not overmix. So if you're adding any additions like chocolate chips or nuts or something, I would add them now. I have a bit more than half a cup of dark chocolate chips going straight in. And I'm adding them in just as I'm almost finished combining all the ingredients again, so I don't overmix. Now I'm greasing my tin, my loaf tin, with some cake release spray, non-stick baking spray, just all around the tin. I could use butter, but really this is just an easier way of doing it. What I would recommend though is grabbing like a pastry brush. So I've grabbed my pastry brush and I'm basically going to go up all the sides, especially these shorter sides, because you know there's not going to be any parchment paper there. That's why you want all the baking spray to just be around the whole loaf tin. And then I've cut out my parchment paper just like for the banana bread recipe and the lemon drizzle. And I'm gonna push it down. Like so. Now, if you've never used this type of technique for your loaves with the parchment paper, it's quite simple. You just cut out the shape and then you leave these two sides. And then you just have this and you leave a bit of overhang so it's easier to take out the loaf when it's ready. Now I'm just gonna grab back my mixture and I'm gonna carefully pour it all in. Oh my god, guys, gee, no, you can't see anything. That was so satisfying. Okay, here it is, just pouring it all in. So since this batter is quite loose, it'll just spread itself out along the tin evenly. And now I'm gonna grab some more chocolate chips just to sprinkle evenly on top. And now, as I said again, you can use nuts for this. I'm pretty sure walnuts would be a good idea, or you can just leave it plain. Plain is always good. So once you've generously sprinkled some chocolate chips onto your mixture, it is ready to go into the oven. My oven is preheated at 175 degrees Celsius, and we're gonna bake it for 55 minutes. The only reason I've put it in for 55 minutes because maybe your oven can work differently. So after 55 minutes, you can open the oven door, check if it's all right. If it seems like your oven is adding too much color and making your bread burn, I would suggest covering it up with some cling film. Is that what? No. Cling film will melt in the oven. Don't do that. I would suggest covering up with some tin foil. Let me show you this stuff. Tin foil right on top, and just let it go through the remaining 5 minutes. So 55 minutes to an hour. Check with a skewer when it comes out clean. Here it is, guys. I've let it cool and I've taken it out of the oven. It looks amazing. Just look at that. It looks a bit like a banana bread, but trust me, it smells like pure pumpkin and a bit of chocolate. So we're gonna cut it open. We're gonna cut ourselves a slice and we're gonna enjoy it. See how it baked through? It baked through perfectly, I already know. High ego moment. But okay. Right down the middle. I think you should see this cut, but it's okay. Oh my god. Just look at that. Isn't that amazing? And it's so squishy and moist, just like I wanted it to turn out. And now I think if I did a quiz, which one's which, I think this would be on the same page as banana bread, my banana bread, but that's okay. So yeah, if you have an orange pumpkin, just use your orange pumpkin. I think they have a special name. Use that. If you have a white pumpkin, do not fear, you can use that also, like I have just proven in this recipe. When you look at it, maybe you can't really see through the camera, but it looks like a pumpkin bread, you know? It's giving off these spices. I also kind of mistaken the chocolate chips for like raisins, which is probably a good idea. I might do that next time. But I'm going to break it open. And it breaks apart so nicely. And now we're just going to bite some. Oh my god. That is amazing. Guys, if you do not try this, I will find you. And I will scratch that. Please, please, please make this. This is amazing. It reminds me of the muffins we made a couple weeks before. The only difference being it's in like bread form, and it's just amazing. It like the texture, you can like taste the pumpkin, and you can like smell the cinnamon. I'm not even joking. Why do I say that like you can't smell cinnamon? Smell it, it's amazing. All the spices, the whole pumpkin-y vibe, like just please trust me, make this. It will be gobbled down by your entire family in an hour. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, this is the last Halloween recipe for you guys. I haven't been able to make the recipes like, you know, pumpkin pie or homemade pumpkin puree, but what if I say this for like next year? But I'm gonna do them earlier in like the beginning of October. Does that sound good to you? Okay, that sounds good to me. But yeah, please try this. And if you do enjoy this recipe and my previous videos, please consider subscribing. It will help a lot. And if you have any questions, comment down below, and also check me out on Instagram. This.is.baked. My name is Lev. Thank you so much for watching. I probably said that many times, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.